All right, cool. All right, so we're gonna go ahead, guys. Here. And we got. So what we did, guys, was we had the girls. Thank you for being a good sport, by the way.
Yeah, good job.
We had the girls write questions beforehand, right before the. Y'all niggas, man.
Oh, y'all niggas, man.
We had the girls write questions beforehand, right? And I'm gonna go ahead and read them. It's gonna be anonymous. I'm not gonna say who wrote what, but we'll just go ahead and scramble it a bit. I'm gonna read the first question here. Let's see here. All right.
That's long as hell.
Question one, yeah, the goddamn poem right here. What is your opinion on a guy not wanting to commit to his girlfriend because he doesn't have a certain amount of money, but doesn't want her dating or talking to anyone else? It's actually a pretty thought-provoking one.
Very good one.
So I'll read it one more time because this it looks like a two-parter. What is your opinion on a guy not wanting to commit to his girlfriend because he doesn't have a certain amount of money, but doesn't want her dating or talking to anyone else?
Okay, so does anyone want to own up to it or no? It's fine.
You don't have to if you don't want to. Okay. Go ahead. You want to take it first?
Yeah, so obviously here the guy wants to go for himself, and he's probably working on becoming more successful, making more money, but currently he doesn't have that. But he's exerting dominance because he wants to make sure that she knows, hey, I'm a leader in certain instances, but to have not have the money to like kind of like dictate that pace of relationship is kind of tough because if you're broke, you can't really tell her what to do because you're not providing for her as well. So it's kind of like hard to make that dominant stance. But I mean, honestly, like he wants to control her, but without any type of resources, might be tough.
I don't know, man. I mean, it could go both ways. It could be actually him just being embarrassed for being a brokey and not wanting to get in a relationship because he knows he won't be able to provide. But on the other hand, it could be there's something about you that he doesn't like that he just doesn't want to disclose. And what he wants to do is he just wants to keep you on what I call the sex hamster wheel.
Yeah, sex zone.
He'll keep you, like women put men in the friend zone all the time. Like, oh yeah, we're just friends or whatever. The guys do it too, but we do it. We're keeping you only in the sex zone, never elevate you to girlfriend. So it could be. I wish I had more information. If I had more information, I could answer this more. What was that?
I said point period blank. I can contest to that.
Okay. If I had more information, I'd be able to answer this more accurately, but I'll just give two scenarios. It's either A, it's true, he just doesn't have money and doesn't want to commit because he doesn't want to feel like a broke and he can't actually support you. Or B, which I'm starting to lean a little bit more towards, maybe 60-40, leaning more towards this. He found something out about you that he doesn't like that has him extremely concerned with wifing you up. Maybe he finds out that you banged the guy he knows, maybe you had a whore past or something has him very uncomfortable, but he wants to keep you around for sex. So he might keep you in the sex zone only category.
But she's still there waiting to see what happens next.
Yeah. So I wish I had more info, but that's what I would say. Those are the two scenarios.
Yeah.
But either way it goes, at the end of the day, that girl's not getting chosen either way. So she should just move
I will
on.
say this.
It depends on the scenario with the guy.
No, because even if he does make the money, he's not going to choose that girl because he's done leveled up. He's past that girl now. The girl that he would have chose when he was a brokey is not going to be the same girl he's going to choose whenever he's up.
There's an element of truth to that, but what I will say is that typically if a girl helped a guy build and she was by his side and she was loyal, that men appreciate that type of stuff.
Negative ghostwriter.
So
What do you mean? No, you disagree with that?
like if the woman helped build him up, he's going to stay with her and appreciate her.
A lot of the times they do, yes.
It's possible.
We would like to think so, but that more than likely they don't.
Yeah,
As soon
it's
as they
actually the
touch a little
opposite.
bit of money, they get their confidence up. They don't care. They'll say, "I didn't ask you to."
The thing is this.
I've elevated every man that I have
clarification
been with, and they all say the same thing in the end. I
on
didn't
that
ask you
question.
Well,
They're
the
all
thing is,
ungrateful in the end. They get way more confident. They feel like they can just, thanks, bye.
okay, the thing with that is guys aren't going to commit to girls that have an open sexual situation going on. So, like, no offense to you, but, like, you're on OnlyFans. So, for a guy, right, to commit to you is going to be, even if you build him up and everything else like that, your profession and your status hurts his profession and status.
I disagree.
So, you disagree with that?
I do.
Yeah.
Why do you disagree with that? Go ahead.
I'm married.
But were you, hold on.
You have an OnlyFans and you have a
Okay,
boyfriend.
but you weren't on OnlyFans when you met him, correct?
I mean, he encouraged me to do it.
But you weren't on OnlyFans when you met him, correct?
Correct.
You went on OnlyFans under his authority, correct?
Hold up.
Hold on,
Hold
wait.
up.
Let her answer the question, please. You went on OnlyFans under
This
his
is true.
under
Yeah.
his authority with his blessing, correct?
Yeah.
That's not the same.
That's different.
At all.
No. Because let's be completely straight. She
Go
wasn't doing OnlyFans, but
he knew I would.
there were other things that
He
were
knew
in
I
the
used to be
same
a dancer.
industry. They were in the same
Okay,
industry.
that's fair.
It doesn't matter if you do OnlyFans
That's
or you
still
do other
different.
stuff in the industry. It's all the same industry.
So okay, so if we're gonna, so what?
Whether
Explain
you're
that
only,
a little bit.
What
do you
there's
mean by
lots
that?
of
Well,
different.
he knew
well,
that
I
I
can-
used to be a dancer.
Yeah, I consider it all sex work. So if you've done anything in the sex work network, then it's
So
all
you
the
were,
same.
just let me get this right. You were a dancer when you met him.
Before I met him, but I was honest about it.
How long were you a dancer when you met him? Before you met him.
For about a year in college.
And you
Okay.
stopped, right?
Yes.
And so okay, you were a dancer for a year in college. You met him. You had stopped at that point.
Mhm.
And I'm assuming you probably displayed some behavioral changes from living that lifestyle for him to commit to you. I'm guessing.
Yeah.
To
You
some
haven't
degree.
really changed your lifestyle. I feel like you've always
To
been
his
the same
knowledge.
person.
To his knowledge.
I guess. Yeah.
Okay. So that's much different than you meet a girl, she's already on OF doing that type of thing, and then she builds you up. A lot of guys will just use that as a stepping stone. Like, all right, I'm going to play my cards here, whatever it may be, but I'm never going to take this girl seriously. Some guys do that, conniving. It's kind of fucked up. But in general, if you're with a guy, you're cute, you help out, you help him build up, he'll typically stick by you once he gets up. But,
And then after that, deuces.
what?
Then after that, deuces.
No, he's going to fuck other bitches, but you'll be his main.
Well, what?
That's the thing, because a lot of
Yeah.
girls conflate him having other women as like him getting rid of you. But the reality is, let's say let's say y'all get together, right?
Yeah.
He's a brokey when you met him. He builds himself up, makes more money, becomes successful. I'm not gonna lie to y'all, he's gonna go fuck other girls. But that doesn't mean that you're not gonna be the main girl.
Because you were there from the beginning.
Yes, men appreciate.
If you're solid, he won't leave you. He'll
Yeah.
just fuck other girls.
He'll fuck
Because
other
you're
You're
girls
never
probably.
going to be the
You're
only
the
girl,
solid.
period. No
Yes.
matter what, if you bring
Yeah.
them up or you don't
Exactly.
bring them up, you're
Exactly.
never always
Yeah.
going to be the only
It's
girl.
just that he's gonna have the ability to cheat more
That
and
part.
have more leverage. So like what I'm saying, because women tend to think like, oh, he want to have sex with someone else, so it's over. No, you're still
Number
the girl
one.
that he cares about because you were there from the beginning. But a lot of women look at a man's infidelity the same way as a man looks at a female's infidelity, and it's not the same. Especially when that girl helped build you up. Then, but your scenario, because you were mentioning like, you know, bringing guys up, whatever. If you're already on OnlyFans or you're already in a profession where the guy is gonna be like, this is questionable, he might just use you to get the money, resource, or whatever, build himself up, then leave. But it's different if he meets you, then you start the sex work under his authority,
Yeah.
etc. He's gonna more than likely stick around, especially if he's getting benefit to that. I'm assuming you probably share your funds with your guy, right?
True.
You're
So,
you're
that's
saying
different.
all this, but
Yeah,
I
go
don't
ahead.
think that you have a lot of education in this because
Why do you say that?
Oh,
Because
shit.
I'm right there with
Yeah.
Alexis on the sense of like she's right, like because I didn't have an OnlyFans when I started dating my ex fiance, and when I was under his authority, thinking I was going to marry him, I started an OnlyFans and built his career. And I'm sorry, but where the fuck's that man at?
Well,
Where they
more
are,
than
where
likely.
they are.
I'm just saying it's
Where
very
they are.
unfortunate.
Did he leave you or did you leave him?
I actually had to leave him.
See?
What the?
I had to leave him.
You left him.
What the?
So what do you think?
So what do you say? What's your argument?
Yeah, what do you say?
I had to leave him because I simply said, "Look, here's the deal. You have nothing to offer me right now. So put me in the contract of your business. I've already put all this money into your business, so put me a little 1 or 2% in there. If you can't do that, then I'm out." So it's
You
what I
do
did.
realize you
So I
just
dumped
defeated
out.
your own argument you just made, right?
No, because he wasn't fulfilling me. No, he wasn't.
That's the whole
That-
point.
but that doesn't change that you literally just contradicted
No,
yourself.
because he had already left me emotionally and physically.
Bro.
I'm the one who
No,
decided to leave.
wait.
He was using me. Of course he was going to stick around.
Negative
Of
ghostwriter.
course he was going to stick
Negative.
around.
Can I interject here?
He was using me.
I
Of
think
course he
I
was going to.
understand what she's trying to actually she's trying to actually convey. That she is the one.
I'm the one who left,
He
but
was
he
the
left
source
mentally.
of. She was the source
broke it up.
of the income.
I'm the one who was like, fuck this
Yeah.
shit. I'm not
Yeah,
going to
but
be used
you
like
were
this.
their
That's ridiculous. I'm not going to
source.
sit here and keep growing you when you're not
But he
even
also
showing
cheated,
nothing.
right?
But you
yeah,
were the
he fucked my
source
best
of
friend.
it. You're
Yeah.
the source of his
in your
income.
house, right?
But again,
Well,
it doesn't change what we said is that typically men are not going to leave women, especially if they help them come up, unless like there's some
You're right.
unique situation.
Yeah, I hear what you're saying.
But he wasn't going to go anywhere until you left.
He
You're
didn't
right.
walk away.
You're right.
You
He
walked
was
away.
not going to leave. You're
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
So that's my argument.
No, yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Bruh.
Myron, you're not qualified to talk about
Yeah, you're not qualified to talk about this, bro. That literally.
I'm qualified.
Yeah.
I'm qualified. I walked away.
Yeah.
Speaking on the fact of you were saying that could change the man's opinion if you started sex work afterwards or before.
He's so
Like
leaving
that's
you.
what I was saying where you were wrong about that was because it.
But he
it's-
didn't leave you for it, so that proves my point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
What are you arguing, man?
Like you started the sex work with him, So he was with you.
No. I was dancing before and stuff, so I was already in sex work.
Okay,
Oh,
so he accepted you even beforehand. So it's even.
Yeah, I mean, we
proves
knew
my
each
point
other
even
since
more.
we were
But
like
it's
8 years
funny.
old,
They
but
accept it, and then they say you got to stop.
Yeah.
So either way, you got to stop.
he never told me I had to stop. But
Bro.
There you go.
But I have a comment. Don't you feel like,
Merch.
for instance, like let's say if
You got to come closer into the mic.
Yeah.
Ladies, get close so
okay,
she
so
can get
she
in.
says that like she elevated him, she helped him start a business
Yes.
and everything.
Yes.
When a man touches money for the first time, he starts thinking of everything that he can do without his girl. For instance, I have money now. I want to experience, being single, spending my money, going out with his friends. So in that situation,
Okay.
I just elevated you. I put you in a situation. I taught you everything, taxes, how to get an LLC. Now I just raised him up.
Mhm.
And then it can all just go, well, what is he going to do now? He wants to go and live his life. Understand? So I feel like in certain situations, men will leave because now they want to go and experience. Thank you.
What
they
I
want
think.
they want something new. They want to.
Are you talking like from a personal standpoint here, or are you just talking about in general?
Well, I mean, I know every situation can be different.
Yeah.
I understand that. But
Yeah.
I feel like more than likely, I feel like when people get in their hands of money, that it's going to go more wrong than right. Than doing the wrong thing than the right thing. Like, hey, I'm going to be a good person to this girl because she helped elevate me. No. They usually go for selfish. Like, I'm going to do me. This is my life. I'm going to be who I want to be. I want to experience. We live one life. Why am I going to stay tied to one person? I think more people actually have this mindset that they want to please themselves versus the other person, rather than, hey, she was a good girl to me. She helped elevate me. She put me in this position. Let me be good to her. There's way more of a percentage that the man that's going to choose himself over being good to the girl who brought him up.
All right, so this is a unique situation because you're not going to find data and studies on
Right,
this. This is just
exactly.
kind of like a very anecdotal / unique nuanced situation. This is the thing that but one thing we can say is this. When women make money, what's the first thing they scream? I'm strong and independent, right?
Yes.
Right.
Well, we have to be in the
Hold
alpha
on,
male
hold on.
role.
But when you ask yourself, when a woman says I'm independent, who are they independent of?
We're independent
Hold on.
for ourselves.
Stop, please. Who are they independent of?
we don't need to.
When-
be,
when-
I don't know.
When women
None of our
say-
business.
Because typically when women make money and earn a
Right,
degree and
right.
get some status,
Right.
first thing they say is I'm strong and independent.
Right.
Independent of whom?
And like themselves, right?
Independent of men, ladies.
Yeah,
Oh,
independent
Thank you.
of
Oh,
any
yes,
kind of
okay.
Yes.
assistance,
Independent
any kind
of
help.
men, because it used to be men are the providers, a woman is under that man, he takes care of her, etc. So when women make money, the first thing they do is flex and say I'm independent. But exactly of who? It's of men.
No, and
Now,
also
here's the
maybe their
difference.
families just getting their own.
But it's
Typically men.
It's typically men though.
Yeah,
Let's
typically.
just that's what
Yeah,
it is,
yeah.
right?
Okay.
So
I
that's
see what you're
90% of the reason why. Maybe 10% their dad or their parents. But in general, it's because I don't need a man, right?
Right.
But
right.
when men make money, we never say that. Could you imagine if we walked around and we said, we're strong and we're independent? Like, you would laugh at us. You'd be like, what the fuck?
Now they say
Like,
I got more bitches now.
No. But it's just that men don't run around and say that they're strong and independent, but women do. So what I would say is this. When men get money, they look at it like, all right, cool. I could take care of a girl and a family. When women make money, they say, I don't have to tolerate the fuckery with a guy and build a family with a guy I don't want. So I get we're saying, yo, we're going to look and see other things of the horizon, but that doesn't mean he's not going to bring you with him. He's probably going to want other women. Yes, of course he is.
I would
He's probably going to want to live his life.
contradict
But here's the problem. This is where the disconnect is. Women want monogamy from men that have money. It ain't happening. So if you do build a guy up and he makes money, most of the time, he's not going to be monogamous, whether you know it or not. They're going to want other women.
And that's fine. And most women
Yeah.
understand, especially in
No, they
2020.
They don't.
I
They
mean, I
absolutely
would
don't.
say like, I think differently. I feel like a lot more women are understanding that if the man is providing or whatnot and he's successful, some of us are understanding that, new is good.
A small
They
amount.
want to experience. And I understand that if I love my man, I want him to have the most experiences of his life and be happy and do everything that he's ever dreamed of. Of course, I totally understand.
Yeah.
But
That doesn't mean he's independent of you. That's the difference. That's my point.
Right. Okay.
When men make money, it's like I can now have women be dependent upon me, keyword women, right? But when women make money, they say I'm independent. A big reason why women make money is so that they don't have to tolerate guys that cheat on them. But what I'm saying is that if you meet a guy that has money, he's probably going to cheat on you.
Not necessarily. I'm
Is
going to
it cheating?
interject that.
Oh, was that?
Because
Sorry?
I'm going to
Wait, hold on.
interject.
Hold on.
Wait.
You gonna
One,
say something?
one at a time.
Someone here said something.
She did.
Is it
Oh, go
cheating?
ahead. When they have other women?
Yeah, I mean, I think that's an understanding that you would have with your partner. So, like, if you're okay with that, is it cheating?
No, it's not. But the reason why men aren't honest about that is because most women can't handle him having other women. Most women can't handle it.
They'll leave or walk
They'll
away.
leave or they'll say, fuck that. So it's just very simple. Like, okay, let's say you're on an airplane and I told you, here's a parachute, but there's only a 10% chance it's going to deploy. Would you jump out the plane?
Depends on what the other option is.
You have two choices.
Is the plane crashing regardless?
No. The plane's going to go to its destination, but I'm saying, yo, I got a parachute for you. I know you want to go, parachuting. Damn. But it only has 10% chance of
I would
deploying.
take the
Would you jump out the
I'm
plane?
going to be honest with you. I take a
Yes,
lot of chances.
Okay, but realistically speaking, knowing that there's a 90% chance that the parachute is not going to deploy, would you jump out the plane?
No.
You wouldn't, right? Cool. That's how men feel about women. I'm not going to tell my girl and be honest with her that I want to have other women knowing that I only have a 10% success rate because most women are not okay with it. So what do most guys do? They don't jump out the plane.
So if you know that you're one of those guys who would want to jump out the plane, then find a girl who's going to give you the 90% instead of the 10%.
I'm telling you, a majority of women don't. So
Majority,
you
yeah, we're talking about majority.
Okay,
but,
so
I mean,
I'm going off. This is the difference between men and women. We go off of probabilities. You guys go off of possibilities. Oh, it's possible that I'll find a guy that's 6'5", multimillionaire, with nice straight teeth that's not going to cheat on me and love me for life. That's not how it goes. The chances of that are extremely slim. Us, we go off of probability. Most girls don't like infidelity, so I'm not going to say shit. I'm just going to do my thing, and hopefully she don't find out.
Yeah.
Now, personally, I'm honest. I tell my girl I'm going to have sex with other girls. But most girls can't accept it. Most men aren't going to tell the truth, and that's just what it is. So,
But
Yeah.
to Alexis' situation here, we found from the show as well, we've seen girls come on the OnlyFans. Most guys will prey on girls with money. And for example,
that too.
you have a lot of money and status. So guys are like, oh, she's popping, she makes money.
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna get with her so she could take care of me. And obviously, you care for your guys, you take care of them. And they say, okay, cool, I can ride this wave and then hop off the train. So it's kind of like that, I guess, lifestyle and that providing for men, it can backfire on you because you're giving them what they want and then they just dip. It's almost like the opposite when girls use guys for money.
Yeah.
They're using you for your money, basically. So that's what happens to you.
Yeah.
Pretty
Yeah,
much.
which we don't agree with actually
Yeah.
on this pod. I don't think.
It's lame, bro.
I don't think.
it's a common thing.
I don't even
It's a
think
very
women
common
should be
thing.
working, to be honest with y'all. But that's a whole
Period.
other
It's more
thing.
common now than
Misogyny.
ever.
What's more common?
If men being
Oh.
more,
Women being breadwinners and
yeah,
dudes not.
No,
Yeah.
men
Yeah.
using
Yeah.
women.
and women
also.
having to step up to the plate, even when they want to be submissive, because men are unlikely to want to succeed.
Yeah, I get what you're saying. I mean, I think the rule is, as a female, like, don't get with a guy that you have to build up. To be honest with y'all.
100%.
Because
I
he
mean-
shouldn't be dating.
Because once you, because here's the problem, as a woman, once you enter the frame where you're building the guy up, you immediately take an authority position with the man. And unfortunately
Facts.
for women, they don't do well with authority. So it's not really good to put someone that's dependent upon their emotions that makes decisions to be in an authority position. That needs to be there. Because if the woman's there, she's like, what the fuck? You're supposed to be the guy. Why am I building you up? Why am I teaching you all this shit?
Yeah.
Like, you should already know this shit, motherfucker. Like, for example, like me as a guy, right? If I get with a girl and I got to tell her, put your makeup on and stop looking like shit, that's annoying. It's not my job. It's her job to be the fair sex.
Yeah.
It's my job to provide. So I'm going to get frustrated and annoyed that I have to tell her to do her job. Same thing with females telling a guy, oh, this is how you make money, this is how you become successful, etc. So
Well-
those are the wrong guys.
We don't find it frustrating at first. We find it nurturing. Like, we actually want to build guys up because that's the nurture and the feminine in us. But then,
But it puts you in your masculine.
and then after a few months, then we realize, oh wait, this deteriorates actually our real femininity and puts us into that masculine.
Exactly. Because when women are in authority roles, they end up becoming bitchy, annoying, and crass. And
10
that's just
out of
what it
10.
is.
And to be honest, you don't build a man up. You just give him what he needs in the moment. He just
Right.
leaves you.
Yeah.
So you're not really building him up. You're just giving him what he needs.
Yep.
I feel like
Yeah.
I relate a lot to what you're saying.
Yeah.
Maybe like a couple of years ago, I feel like because and a lot of OnlyFans girls are in this situation where we're making the money and the man is resenting us because we're making more, we're wearing the pants, and it's also causing a problem in the bedroom because he's already feeling like I'm wearing the pants and I'm making more money than him. And honestly, I don't personally like, I have seen that I don't like sleeping with a man that I don't think he's more superior to me. So normally I have always loved taking care of the man and teaching him and telling him like, this is what you're going to do. And I thought that that was the way to be. But now it's like kind of like, wait, now I'm just screaming at you that why are you waking up 2 p.m.? Be ambitious. Come on, get it, go and get it.
You're not
and now
him.
I can't get wet for you because I don't think that you're a man. And that's something that I have come to learn, that I feel that I need to be with someone who makes more money than me, that I respect, that I can learn something from, even though it is great making money. But that's probably why I'm single right now, because that same situation.
Yeah, I mean, it's female
That's not
nature. You know, there's nothing wrong with a woman wanting a man who's superior to her. I would argue that that's what women are attracted to, is a man who's better than them in everything, in
Right.
height, income, status, competence, etc. And when you're with a guy that doesn't have that, yeah, you're going to start to resent him a little bit, and then the bitchiness is going to come out, and it just doesn't work.
And they don't like it. They don't like it. Even
Yeah.
though that we think that they like that we make all this money, they're
Yeah.
And also, they don't respect you because
yeah.
first off, you're doing his job as a man. You're providing. He wants to be that provider.
Yeah.
So
It's a double whammy too.
It is,
Like
it is.
like being
It
on, because here's the thing, you got, not to be an asshole here, you have two things going against you. Because
Yeah.
like number one, you make money, right? So you're already gonna out earn most guys.
top earner.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
So that's number one. So automatically your filters are gonna be higher. You need to get with a guy that's better than you. Then the other thing too is that most guys have an issue with girls that are sex workers. Period. You know what I mean? They just have an issue with it. Unless you have a unique situation where your boyfriend or husband says, "Let's do OnlyFans," and you're doing it with him. Most guys are going to have a point of contention with that. So it's like a double whammy where it's like, okay, your profession kind of hurts you, but then at the same time you make money. So it's like your standards go up, but the men that you're trying to get with don't want a girl that does that. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Like, because once a man reaches a certain level of status, they understand, oh, if I wife up a girl of a certain profession, it's going to hurt my status.
And it does.
And it does, absolutely. It hurts them.
Yeah.
Because they walk in a room and they get laughed at. And men don't want that ever. Oh, bro, your girl's on the internet naked or fucking people and shit. And that's like, oh, shit. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? It hurts their status. So men know that deep down. Unless they are the ones that tell their girl, oh, you doing OnlyFans with me, that's different. But if it's like she was a sex worker before, then you wife her up, you're going to look crazy.
Yeah.
So
it sounds like Alexis is actually leaning on the side of being a sapiosexual. And well, it's because you're attracted to a man with intelligence, a man who can lead, a very strong teacher, a very
Alpha
strong
male.
teacher mentality. And if you found that person, they would probably actually teach you ways
Man,
to make
just date
your
a black
money
guy,
outside
man.
of OnlyFans.
Correct. And
You're already doing real estate. I'm sure some guy. It was probably a man
someone
who
knows
dropped that
there's a
information
man that
to
knows
you.
more than me.
And you'll find that one that will then teach you how to make that money in a different way and not through OnlyFans.
I wouldn't say she's a
Agreed.
sapiosexual, because a sapiosexual will just be happy with someone that can converse with them and
Yeah,
keep them
smarter.
intellectually.
But I feel like I actually.
But she needs finances and stuff too, so that's not a sapiosexual.
No,
Well, typically when you're dealing with someone who's a higher intellect, you're also dealing with someone who usually will make a higher amount of money. If you're dealing with
Not
smarter
necessarily.
people. No, not necessarily, but on
I agree
average.
with
You know, we're
you.
talking about average
I agree
here.
with
There's
you.
a lot of
There's
dumb
a lot
people.
of there's a lot of dumb people that make money. Then there's a lot of intelligent people that don't. Like I
Right.
guarantee, if she
Yeah.
met a
Sure.
guy that was
100%.
intelligent but a brokey, it don't
Yeah.
matter how fucking
Then
interesting
he's
he
not
is.
that intelligent.
She gonna be like,
Then he's really not that intelligent. She really wouldn't be attracted to him as in a sapiosexual
because
way.
why isn't he
He's not
going out
really
of there
that
and
smart.
doing
What are you
exactly?
saying right now?
well, sapiosexual is based strictly on.
being attracted to intelligence and teaching
Yes,
mentality.
but-
So a man who can
that's
teach you
not
things.
what she needs though. She needs somebody that has the whole package.
Yeah.
I'm willing to take.
But I agree with you what you said.
I'm willing to just take a smart guy, nice guy,
50.
good
That,
sex.
oh,
Sounds
that
like-
doesn't
sounds
that
like
doesn't make
Rollo.
that doesn't make money.
No.
Well,
That's
back in the
See?
day, ask me
There
that
you
a year
go.
ago,
There you
and I'll
go.
teach him how to make money.
'Cause if
But
it was
then
strictly
again,
Let
sta-
him manage
If
you.
it was strictly
Exactly. That's what I
sapiosexual,
want now.
if it was strictly sapiosexual, his looks, his income, his status, none of that would matter. It would
Regardless.
just be him being a good conversationalist.
But that's
It's
what I
not
feel like I am now.
conversationalist. It's intelligence. I can have a
Women-
conversation all
But
day
hold on.
left and right.
You're
but
still taking care of the man though. So what are you really doing?
I don't want to take care of a man. I just
That's the
want.
whole
That's the
point.
point.
I don't.
All right.
a real smart man will
We'll
teach
move
you
on.
how to make your money into better money.
100%.
Okay.
He's saying, I understand what you're saying. I agree with you 100%. I am the
Thank you,
same way.
baby. I appreciate you agreeing with me.
No, I mean, I'm agreeing with him, actually. I'm sorry, love. But I'm agreeing with him in this aspect.
Bummer.
I'm sorry.
Okay.
All right.
Next question.
agree.
Next question here.
Okay, cool.